Hi Pierre.
Hi Diederik.
So, here we are again after a short summer break.
Yeah. And still we have some topics to discover on how to become a dream team, I guess.
Yes. We've already addressed a lot of elements regarding the journey to become a dream team, but still there's more to discuss.
And so what do you have in mind this time?
Well, do you remember the cartoon with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck about the hunting season?
Ah yeah, the one where they were talking and arguing about whether this is the duck or the rabbit season, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one.
But what does it have to do with becoming a dream team?
So, in any point in time in a team, there's probably going to be some difficult discussions or even conflicts. Do you agree?
Yeah, sure. But and then so what?
Well, if you remember the cartoon with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, the argument is just about them, each of them stating their position over and over again, and even tricking the other one into taking a position they don't want.
So they're just not listening to each other.
Absolutely. So imagine that we have a discussion and all I do is just repeat my point and my position over and over again. How would that make you feel?
Well, I guess the way it would make me feel is that you don't want to hear what I want to say. So I would feel probably frustrated or even neglected, might be.
True. And I think we can agree that's not a positive feeling. And even more, it's not really constructive with regards to the discussion, right?
Yeah, so and the point of having a discussion together anyway is to having a debate and being able to move forward.
And that is the point that I want to come to today. It's the importance for teams to have norms.
Norms?
What I mean by norms is that it's important for a team to have a clear understanding how to handle difficult discussions and even conflicts.
Yeah, and can you give me maybe an example?
So, an example is that it's important for teams to be very clear on what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. For instance, trying to impose your view, especially without listening to others, without taking into account their points of view, their opinions, might be a no-go for teams.
Yeah, I understand. So do you have also maybe other examples to share?
Another example that we see a lot is people getting personal, and instead of addressing the point that was being made, they start attacking the person that makes the point.
Yeah, and we've seen too many conversations where this happens and then it derails towards a non-constructive discussion. Yeah.
And remember, the goal of having a discussion is to reach a conclusion or a decision. Otherwise, you're just standing still and not moving forward.
Yeah, and so that's why it's important to have some kind of rules, right?
Yes. Yes, and in an ideal world, it is not just that you have a common understanding, but you actually have a documented set of rules.
And what happens when you don't respect the rules then?
Well, that's sometimes where teams run into trouble.
Why do you say that?
Well, let's put it this way. What is the value of having norms and rules if nothing happens when you don't respect these norms and rules?
Yeah, indeed, it's limited.
Yes, and so in order not to limit the value of those rules and norms, people need to speak up. And that's the hard part, is people speaking up, letting their teammates know that they're not respecting the rules and norms that you define together as a team and agree to apply.
And I guess also when you are someone calling out someone because his behavior is not acceptable, you have to do it in a way that you also yourself respect the rules, right?
You've got it. So people, think about this. As a team, do you know how to handle conflicts? Are you clear about what is acceptable and what is not?
And is this only your view, or have you discussed this with your team and set it out?
If you have, congratulations to you. If you have not, then maybe now is the time to have that discussion with your team, because we're sure that it will take you one step closer to becoming that dream team.
If you want other insights more on the global approach to create a great team, check out our social media channels and you will see other content out there.